we wanted to start this Friday off with some fun. And what did you say, Brendan? You said, how did you call this?
Steve Doocy and Sebastian Gorka in conversation.
It'd be fun to bed some like PBS music under this. It's like Steve Doocy and Sebastian Gorka.
I have a different bed planned.
Okay, let's go for this.
According to Senator Jeff Flake, sending those troops down to our southern border, that's just a stunt. It was all for the election. It was to bolster the president. What do you think?
Are we talking about Jeff Irrelevant Flake? Why doesn't this guy just, he is more lame duck than the House of Representatives right now.
Wait. All right. The Mobb Deep sound is perfect, but can we just play that one more time for a clean listen as to what his major burn on Jeff Flake just was?
All for the election. It was to bolster the president. What do you think?
Are we talking about Jeff Irrelevant Flake? Why doesn't this guy just, he is more lame duck than the House of Representatives right now.
Double them haters.
Boom. He's a senator who is retiring, so he's in the lame duck. And just like the sessions of Congress between the Congresses are referred to as the lame duck, I guess he's like other people that are not coming back. So he's super duper lame duck. Incidentally, it's a stunt and a total insult and waste of time to military service members who were there actually in really harsh conditions as sort of a broader test plan for authoritarianism and terrorizing immigrants is the serious lame point that we would like to add to that. And,
there's some it looks like Flake might be doing some actual things with regards to some things on the Trump agenda.
Right.
But I don't really want to hear about it until that stuff is done. Until he's until the wrench has been thoroughly thrown in and the machinations are completely gummed up. I don't want to hear anything from him.
That's exactly right. $100 campaign contribution to Doug Jones. Like, people act like this is... You're not Václav Havel. You're not Nelson Mandela, buddy. You managed to endorse a right-wing Democrat over a serially alleged predator. Like, what do you want, a cookie? Everything that's happening right now with Trump, all roads lead back to a Chris Rock routine, which white people should have never listened to. But it always applies.
I think
These people like Jeff Flake want credit for, like, things you're supposed to do.
I think he said it was the best $100 he had ever spent.
Oh, really?
Doug Jones' campaign.
Yeah, wow. Maybe tell that to your son.
Yeah.
Some of these problems start at home, Jeffy.
Jeff Flake is laughing at you when he says shit like that. Yeah.
He is. He's laughing at you.
He's laughing at all of us.
He's laughing at all of us. The guy got his start in politics lobbying on behalf of, I believe, a mining company against sanctions against apartheid South Africa. Now, you might say that in contrast to, say, a Chris Kobach, who got his start in politics in the 1980s, being like, what's the great situation that white people have over in South Africa? I guess Jeff Flake is better than that, because I'm sure he would say, we learned a lot. Oh, Nelson Mandela. Oh, I saw that Invictus movie with Morgan Freeman. What a great man. But I mean, Jesus Christ. Talk about the soft bigotry of low expectations with these people. They all suck. And I don't understand the need that people... See, if you're actually... On the flip side, like, people get pissed off at, like, Bernie for saying that, like, he was sad that McCain died as an example. It's like, dude, Bernie's a senator. He has to work with people and build relationships, okay? So... Like, he's not going to be on the Senate floor being like, and I'm tired of the lanyard class.
Patreon.com/Bernie Sanders.
Patreon.com. But if you like this content, please like and subscribe. In the bonus episode, me and my office are going to do a read from Frank Bruni's latest column, What a Loser. Okay, he doesn't do what we do. So, like, relax. They're going to say, it's sad that my colleague died. But on the flip side, people who are on Twitter all day who have no need to cut deals with anybody or have relationships with anybody, like, Jeff Flake is not your savior daddy. Jeff Flake is a right-wing, a hard, extreme, far-right Republican, as they all are, who has voted for every pertinent piece of the Trump agenda and likes to grandstand on TV occasionally. And yes, if in the next couple of months, if he... I don't even know what he could do at this point. It's the lame duck. It's already done. You know, if McCain and he and one other person that people fantasized about a year ago said, we're caucusing with Democrats for a year and we're just doing investigations on Trump. Okay, fair enough. There you go. You can have your little resistance wet dreams all day.
I'll be like,
but they're not doing that. So fuck it.
Even then, it's like, I want to see it. I want you to have the receipts. I want it to be in the past. I want your accomplishments to be done and accomplished.
Indeed.
Well, what he wants to do is not confirm judges on the Judicial Committee, and he don't
voted
need a
for
confirmation.
Brett
He
Kavanaugh.
can still bring them to the McConnell can still bring these people to the floor. So it's
Do
another
recess
empty
appointment.
gesture.
It's another empty gesture. It's nonsense. He had his vote. If he killed the Kavanaugh nomination, even people like me would have to say, like, you know what? It was the same way with McCain. McCain was totally full of it, ridiculous, a nonsense overpraise. But he did that thumbs down, and it was grandstanding, and he actually, if he knew he was going to vote no, he should have just said it and not had such people, people are literally sitting there to wait for this guy's piece of theater, wondering whether they're going to live or not.
My last hurrah.
Yeah, but the truth is he gave the thumbs down. So you know what? For that day, you had to say, okay, all right, you actually scuttled something that would kill millions of people. Points on the board. Right. Thank you for like a scratch of basic human decency.
Just make sure you do it well and you do it with passion.
Oh, I think John McCain did grandstanding with a lot of passion. But I got to say, every time I see Meghan McCain, it's like, whoa, like it makes me realize some of the talent and capacity John McCain did have, because it clearly did not get transferred. Although they were both pretty messy.